So transportation is really very much like the lifeblood of the city, the mobility of the city and how people are able to travel, or even how goods are moved. It really impacts how well a city operates.
Transportation program here is one of the oldest in the nation. It was funded about 50 years ago, and since then it has graduated over 1,200 students, graduate students, and many of these are placed in very senior positions in public and private sectors as well as academia.
The advantages of NYU is that we have a relatively a small, close-knit engineering school where students really get one-to-one face time with faculty. But at the same time, the students here can have access to a lot of resources from other departments and schools within NYU.
One of the advantages of being here at NYU Towner School of Engineering is that we actually have the opportunity to take elective courses from other schools of NYU. For example, I've been taking decision-making courses from NYU Stern, and I've been taking machine learning courses for cities from CUSP, Center of Urban Science and Progress.
The other thing I love about NYU is that you can use the city as a laboratory. City is pretty much your research area. Whatever you see around you is a data point which can be an input for your models and your simulation tools.
The connected vehicle pilot project is the first step towards extensive implementation of this new concept, that is connected and autonomous vehicles.
C2 Smart is funded by U.S. Department of Transportation, and it's basically meant to do transportation research on emerging areas of transportation. So like connected vehicles, autonomous vehicles, big data.
Having C2 Smart at NYU allows our students to work on real-world urban transportation problems both here in New York and in smart cities around the country. And our consortium is made up of other universities that allow our students access to faculty, staff, and researchers at cities around the country.
If someone's coming out of NYU Tandon School of Engineering, they're going to have the technical skills. It's a great school. There's great kids, there's great serious students, and there are great professors all around.
Well, we need civil engineers across the board, not just for improving the infrastructure in this country, but really around the world.
You'll learn things like how to run a project. What are the issues and problems involved with operating a transit system?
Tandon Transportation graduate students work on a wide variety of projects, including transportation planning, traffic engineering, and working with new technologies and data to solve transportation problems.
You will learn stuff that you're day-to-day at school that you can actually apply while you're working.
There's a lot of companies, a lot of public agencies like New York City Department of Transportation, Port Authority of New York, New Jersey, as well as MTA. The students often might find themselves interning part-time with these agencies or these companies as they go through our master's program.
Right now we need new school of transportation engineers, transportation scientists who understand big data, computer science, data science, and to bring all of that to the practice. The engineers of today will be very different than the engineers of tomorrow. They have to understand software much better, they have to understand data much better, they have to understand sensors much better. So in that sense, it's a really mix of different skill sets which doesn't exist right now. And New York being a hub for transportation, it's a great place to be involved in these things because there's a need for this kind of new engineers.